Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome back to the PBX PC Pro Series. We're in the semi-finals, Ju. How are you feeling about
Yeah,
it?
I'm really happy and maybe um of it's it's maybe hard for me to
You're excited.
maybe
It's
right maybe excited
Gotcha.
maybe for sure for sure.
Gotcha. Well, for those of you who haven't been watching yesterday, you're joined by myself, Amgans, and this is Ju avec moi, who will be casting with me today. We have got for you Myth versus Aku Aku, which will be now. That's the first game we're going to be watching. And then later on today at 21:30 CET, we will have for you the other semi-final, which is EWAVE versus Valor. These guys are going to be competing to get into the final for €400, a winner takes all prize pool. So we are going to show you the bracket quickly here as well. So we are watching if we can let the bracket load. So yeah, we are watching the bottom semi-final. This is the first game for today. And then, as I said, in a few hours later at 21:30 CET, we will have Valor Esports versus eWave for you. Um, it's a good thing to mention here that we might have a potential final between eWave and Myth. These guys matched up in the groups, so they might face each other again in the final if both of the teams make it that far. And then we also want to give a special shout out to early next year in January. There will also be a PBX Console Pro Series coming. So for all of you watching from console, there will be a tournament for you guys as well. We are now going to take a look at the rosters quickly for both of these teams to show you guys who will be playing. And Zhu, we were watching. Zhu, we watched Aku Aku play yesterday. They are playing with a sub, if I believe correctly. So Penguin is actually not in the roster today, but Penguin was their sub yesterday. So it looks like they are back to their full five today. Do you think that means they'll be even stronger today than they were yesterday?
For me, Gorilla and Penguin as the same level, so maybe don't change something, but I know Aku Aku is playing with this roster with Adam, Corella, Shoot, Satsuni, and Rooney while a long time. So maybe a bit easier for us to play this game now while yesterday.
Nice. So they'll be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm a little bit. I don't know who to support now because both of these players have someone from the UK. Duskin, I know he's been in the scene for a long, long time. He's a pretty good player himself. So we should have a pretty good semi-final coming up. So yeah, I'm very interested to see which way this game's going to go. This is a BO3 series, so there's a lot of games ahead of us for these two teams to settle who's going to win. I'm hoping we go to a map three. We had a map three yesterday and then a 2-0, so I'm hoping both of the semi-finals today both go to a map three. Should we take a look at the maps, Shu? Should we take a look at see which maps these guys are going to be playing on?
So from Aku Aku, they played seven maps, three times on labs, with two lose and one win. They lose against Victis Esports and Valor Esports. They lose 7-2 and 7-5, and they win 7-3 on Nex versus Nexus. So we don't have it for now. They played once club. They win 7-5 against Vae. They played two times Consulate with two wins, one versus Nexus 7-1, and once against Vae again 7-5. So and on the mist side, they only played two maps, Border and Club. We don't have Border as map pick, but we have a club against EWAVE Sports if they win 7-4 on Clubhouse. But it's the decider. Maybe we don't play it. I hope they play it, but we don't know for now. For me, Aku Aku has a little big value against Myth because they played seven maps, and maybe
Myth have only played 2.
3 games. So they are maybe stronger than Myth.
Yeah, having
about
that
only
practice.
stats.
I was going to say, having that practice is it could be a good thing. It could also be a bad thing. You know, you might burn out playing that many games, but it's good to see that both of these teams have played Clubhouse at least once. So as we heard yesterday from one of the team captains from EWAVE, they were looking through the VODs. They were looking to counter-strat each other. So it'll be interesting to see if these two teams have done any VOD review as well. And then also, obviously, Bank. Neither of these teams have played yet. Throughout the whole tournament, we haven't seen either of these teams play Bank, so there isn't any VOD reviews to actually be able to counter-strat each other. So I think our second map is probably going to be the most exciting. I don't want to cast a curse anything, but I think the Bank is going to be very, very interesting because there's no VODs from either team. Consulate and but this is maybe the advantage for Myth Academy. They haven't played Consulate, but Aku Aku have played it twice. So there's a lot of VOD review available for the side of Myth Esports. But we have got all the players ready, so we are going to jump to a quick ad break as we load into the map. So we'll see you guys after the ad break.
See you after the ad.
Huge shout out to IT Discount 24 for sponsoring the PBX Pro Series 6. IT Discount 24 is your refurbished IT partner. Head on over to their website or eBay shop posted in the chat to find all your refurbished PC needs. Whether corporate or private, they'll have you covered.
Ju, we are back. We are moving into Consulate. We saw this map played twice yesterday. We saw only 2 defenses won in our second time we went this map. Hopefully we see these teams have a little bit more attacking strategy when it comes to Consulate.
Yeah, that's it. Aku Aku wins maybe 3rd attack, if I could remember. So maybe they we thought that they are stronger as defense as attack, but they can do that on attack too.
Yeah, as we spoke about yesterday, this map is 60% defender sided and only 40% to the attackers. But yesterday, from the league statistics, they made it 20% attacker sided. There's only 2 defenses across all 15 rounds. We are going to see a double shield ban as well, Zhu. As we spoke about yesterday, these shields being so strong, I don't think this is a surprise, is it, that both these shields have been banned?
For this map, isn't a big surprise. Is really really strong, like you said. So Mira is banned too. We know this map with a big strategy with Mira for sure. On top, on first floor and on basement. Logic ban. So maybe have a better defense ban, but I don't know. I don't really know.
I don't know if you
Interesting
noticed you as well. A little bit of trash talking in the chat as well. Duskin is running his mouth here. He's really trying to get under the skin of Team Aku Aku, which is really interesting. So if they go to lose this game, that's not going to be a good look, is it? If you're talking all this smack and you go to lose the game.
For sure. Aku Aku is picked the second roof, officer and meeting. So we saw them yesterday before. We know they are stronger with the clash. We saw that. It's really amazing. Before, she alone wins 2 minutes and a half with a round alone, just with clash pressure. So I'm very it's very interesting how Myth can attack this and can counter this clash.
100%. if you look on the lineup of Myth Esports, we can see if they've got anything to actually deal with this clash. The Deimos nades could be a good way of doing it. They've also got nades on the Lion. The Grim is not really going to do a whole lot to take this clash. Also, give you info that where the clash is moving. You can use the Flores drones as well to dislodge the position. But Myth is going to find the opening pick onto the mute. I think that's through the suicide window. As this good use of the recruit here, as they should be able to get this wall open themselves. Being able to bring the EMPs and the hard breach basically means you don't need two teammates to get this wall open. So it's a great entry for Myth as the suicide window kills one of the mutes on site. Warden is going to overpeak a little bit. We don't really need to contest this guy on this balcony here, as we are going to see basically a full admin take coming in from the side of Myth. Shuz is going to trade one back for the side of Aku Aku, as Duskin has made his way all the way into the break room and now has pretty much full admin control. So the question is now going to be, how do we deal with this clash? Satsui is going to double up and take out another player to give a 4v3 advantage to the side of Aku Aku.
And once again, one player do a backdoor again. Always the same. Oh. Pokies, he's lost his pre-fire. So Satsui is making again the kill. But revenge against Rooney. Because, wow, it's too far.
I'll say, they found all the trades. I can fill you in there, Ju. Clash dropping the shield, found Duskin as he found one, but the early picks coming in clutch for Aku Aku as they win the first round of our first map in this series. Players are going to be told off a little bit here because the league does frown upon this level of trash talk. We don't want these guys to get too carried away. But Aku Aku, that's a really strong round, I think, from them. The clash worked out really, really well for them. I don't think they knew that the clash was on the board, hence why they didn't have any real utility to counter it. But again, this map being so defender-sided, once we see a full, normally we saw one of the teams yesterday run all 4 bomb sites, which gives you a lot more flexibility with where you want to go. But generally speaking, you have 3 main bomb sites, and once you've seen how the defense plays all 3 bomb sites, then you can start thinking, okay, this is where they're going to go, this is how they're going to defend it, what can we do as attackers to sort of counter the strategy we've seen. So these first few rounds, if they don't go the way of Myth, it's not the end of the world, I think, Ju. You're sort of feeling out your opponents, you're seeing how they want to defend. So I think Myth will just be putting some notes in their diary, being like, okay, they bring a clash for top floor, what can we do differently next time we go there? So moving into basement, this is your favorite site, Ju. This is you think it's the most defended favored on this bomb site. Do you think there's a good lineup from the team of Myth to attack this bomb site?
For me, is it? We have an IQ from denying all defensive stuff. We have a Demos from playing verticality and no Demos is killed. He's been killed. But
yeah, that's a great entry kill coming in from Satsui there. He's on fire at the moment. He's come into this game looking to kill everybody. Got a double in the first round. He's already found the entry. As this IQ should know where the Echo drone is, because it is IQ. As IQ's like, I'm going to leave. Rooney doubles up on a second for the round. As this is looking like another great performance from Team Aku Aku, using that info from the Echo drones to feed that info to their teammates to find these kills. As they're going to send a Doki call out, try and take some space here, but with Academy, really struggling on their entries. As Shuz finds another, there's been no trades either, as the Fuser is now down on the yellow stairs. It's amazing use of this Echo drone to scout for the roamers. But we need to see some trades coming out from Myth Academy. Looks like they're just getting picked off one by one. There's no real team play or synergy coming in from the side of Myth Academy. Duskin is now going to be in a really tough situation with his teammate. He might get a freebie here, but no, he's not ADSing. Valkyrie will find an easy kill onto Duskin. And this is looking like a real mountain to climb now for, I want to say KZ, nicking the pro player's name there. Maybe me just butchering the name, but he's now in a 1v5, and I think he's just going to bait for kills on the skyline.
And from Aku Aku, 5 players alive, full life, so maybe odd. Maybe he can use the 1 minute remaining from talking about don't work, for sure. It's just on the roof. Players are talking for sure. So,
yeah, they're going to use this as a attack timeout without having to take attack timeout. And I'm really hoping from the side of Aku Aku they don't throw bodies at this guy on the skylight. You've already seen Valkyrie. She was getting a little bored on site. You've also got the Oryx peeking as well. And this now makes it winnable. It's now a 1v3, and Doki is going to decide to actually maybe go for this clutch, as Diffuser has been dropped on yellow, and that needs to be retrieved. But if Team Aku Aku are not careful, they could very easily...
You don't see it? Don't see him?
Thomas is going to find the Doki there. I was going to say, if there's a little 180 and he makes this a 1v2, this is a prime example of how not to play a 1v5, but Aku Aku is going to find the kill, and that will take us into our third round on the defensive half.
Yeah. Maybe odds for mids if they don't make an attack, for sure. Really odd. If Aku Aku making all defense, they only one attack from winning this first map. So mids need to make a minimum as one attack. Maybe two will be fine, and three remaining attacks will be really, really strong. For sure.
100%. If you can get 1 to 2 attacks on Consular, it's huge for when you swap to the defense. We have to mention that this is, if I check my notes very quickly, this is Aku Aku's map pick, so they have chosen to defend first. So if you're choosing to defend first, you really need to be getting a 5-1 split at basically the bare minimum. We saw yesterday that a couple of teams almost had flawless halves on the defense. This map is just that defender-sided in this league. So if you're choosing to defend first, you really start snowballing these rounds, at least get a 4-2 at the minimum. As we are going to see Myth Esports drone out from the Visa side, it looks like it's going to be a top floor over take here. As we spoke about yesterday, Ju, you have to take the verticality on this bomb site. There's an absolute carnage in the server yesterday as there was kills coming in from above, from below. The verticality on this site just means you can basically hold the whole bomb site from above. And that's why Myth Academy, I think, have chosen to attack this top floor.
Yeah, they need to. But they haven't something to play verticality. So maybe only with a shotgun. Only. One shotgun down for now. A strong defense, both shoots as maybe it's administration. Maybe strong, for sure.
I was going to say, I think Capcan's just found one with a Nitro there, as we are going to lose Flauncy. He's 0-3. He is not woken up yet in the server, in the Donut Factory right now, as he should be able to see the Capcan here, but we are going to see a trade back onto Tomaz, which is huge, you know, finally getting those trades for the frags that the defense have been getting. That's a freebie for the Capcan. Maybe a lack of info here, as they are going to jump in Printer as well. He might find a second here, as he should know that this guy's he doesn't. No info on that Repel there, but we are going to see Rooney find a C4 elsewhere, as these two last players are left in a 3v2. As long as Team Aku Aku don't overpeak it and play the trades, there should be an Aku Aku round, as now Myth Academy need to scramble and try and find a win condition if they want to take this round, take the scoreline to 2-1 instead of 3-0 down. Duskin is going to sneak in here. There's nobody on that cam, but they should hear it get a shot. But it looks like Duskin is just going to poke and prod and see if he can find a trade back. But I don't really see a way Myth Academy get back into this round.
Maybe hard for me from attacking this without verticality, for sure. Ace is a bit locked on the main entrance. Defense have information from Dusk and is down for now. So Ace needs to be this alone. He don't do this. Rooney is taking his head. And is the timeout for me?
Timeout. I was going to say, they forced the tag timeout early as well. This is not a bad tag timeout, to be fair. You've now seen how Aku Aku defend the 3 main bomb sites. So you can take a tag timeout, you can talk to your team, you can explain, you know, like it's going to be back. Well, if it's the pattern repeats itself, it's going to be back to the top floor site now. The top floor is going to be unlocked for the defenders to go to. So you can say, look, it's probably going to be top, basement, back to piano as the rotation. So you can tell your team, you know, this is how we want to, these are the adjustments we can make. I'm really hoping that they bring something to deal with the clash. The clash was shown last time they were top floor. So this tag timeout should be a good opportunity to be like, okay, we know they're going to bring a clash, or they brought a clash last time. Can we adjust our lineup to be able to deal with the clash? That clash was a major roadblock for the side of Myth Academy, so they need to bring some utility to deal with that, and also to prepare some strats against the other two defenses as well.
Yeah. So this time they aren't taking a clash. They dropped it. They dropped she from for a castle, frost. So maybe meets adapt. Don't adapt her composition from a clash. So maybe I don't see any adaptation from meats. I don't see any composition adaptation from the side, from the verticality. So it's really odd for meats to play that. Maybe I don't know if they can win only attack with the composition. On I think for me, they only based their attack from a lone gunfight. Only as
I was going to
gunfight.
say, Zhu, if you look at the lineup now, they're going to go for a fast plant on the CO window. So they've completely switched the lineup from an admin take. They're going to use the Amaru. You try and use the Ying to basically clear out all some space to plant on that B-bomb window. They've completely decided we're going to ignore all of that utility. But if you look on the side of Aku,
maybe
they've also got the Warden.
Maybe not as a bomb, but I prefer the push as a B bomb, as a B window. You know, as the on the little window.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think that is exactly the plan. They're going to try and hit this window, but normally you need to clear below as well. So if you look on the side of Aku, they've got 3 C4s and a Warden in case this is going to be a small window plant. So my only concern from Myth Academy is, can they get in below and clear some space from below to actually make this execute work? They have got a Twitch to clear any utility here, but you can see there has been vertical made.
Which don't check the frost trap?
Yeah, that could be huge, unless they've cleared it already.
Oh,
I think they've just cleared it. Yeah, they've just cleared it now, so they have spotted it out. But the C4, there's so much denial here from the side of Aku. This is going to be basically a battle of the force, as they do find the Deimos below. That's not a great start, as Flauncey's still in the donut factory. He's 0-4 right now. But now, the problem with this is Tomaska just denied this plant completely from below. Yeah, the C4 comes out, and they had the verticality. So I'm not sure why Myth have decided to keep going with this, knowing that like the verticality is not in their favor. And Aku are just cleaning house here, as Myth Academy are forcing this, even though they haven't got the below presence that they needed to stop them denying the plant. So I think a little bit of a misplay coming in from Myth when they lost that Deimos, as Team Aku just got 3 kills. Pretty much. Rooney's going to find another, and this is now 4v1 for the Twitch. But something to point out is you don't actually have to swing the window to get the C4 to deny the plant. You can actually throw a nice little cleanup from Valkyrie, from Satsui, but you don't have to throw the C4 into the corner to deny the plant. There's actually enough of a radius where you don't have to peek the window to throw the C4 to deny the plant. But I don't know about you, Zhu. Did you hear any Ying Candelas go out when they went for the plant? I heard the Amaru, but
for me, if you want to be this, you need an Amaru, a Ying, a Glass, a Capitao, and maybe a Buck or something for playing verticality. You put the Buck on main entrance and deposit on piano, clear all of them, and after that you can successfully plant with Amaru Rush for sure. But a Glass, a Capitao with flames, a Glass with smoke for sure is really a very good way to keeping lines without defense can retake it for sure. For me, it's a wrong composition from mid to do that.
100%. I completely agree with you. I think it's if you have those operators to be able to hold the plant. But I think the biggest problem was just they didn't have that below control. But as we move into your favorite bomb site for the second time, it looks like we're going to go for a much more. I think they're going to go direct this time. Is my hunch. Maybe they'll send the Doki, the Lion. They have no verticality though. Like, I'm not sure if he's actually downed. You can't be losing gunfights like that. As Slooz is going to find a great entry. He is left on 1 HP, but he's going to get away with his life as he runs away. It is just a lion you've lost. This is, I hate to say it, but Flauncy and Smarts are both in the Donut Factory. You can't have some of your entries going 0-5 here. This is not a great start for Myth Academy. But again, even if they do take this middle floor, I don't see any verticality. They have the breaching charges on the ace, but other than that, they've got Duskin's going to fire one back onto Thomas. That was on bottom yellow, is where Thomas was holding. Zorex is going to make the smart decision, tag a couple of drones and fall away. But as we move into this 4v4, Rooney's going to find another onto the Thatcher. Not sure. Oh, he's pushing down yellow is where that frag comes in. Deimos has been found as well. At least a trade coming back for the side of Aku Aku, but it's a 3-2. It's a 3v2 on the strongest bomb site, so it's not the end of the world, but if they go 5-0 down, they really need to lock in for the final round of their attacking half. Like, being 5-0 down, it's really going to be on your mental as well. Like, guys, we need to start locking in. But again, if they do manage to get one attack, it makes it so winnable. They only need that one attack to bring this to make the match even, because defense is that strong on this map.
Maybe it's Echo. Yeah, is it? Echo can do. That's it. And this Echo position is really strong to keep them, so he kept them because once again, Myths have more information on defense. Once again.
Yeah, it's just Myth Academy. They seem lost. I don't know if they seem lost. They're just getting out-fragged. Like Echo, because of the lack of info, as you said, just getting an easy 2k at the end of the round. And this is where Myth Academy really need to lock in. You know it's going to be back to piano. You need to look at, like, they've seen the setup being brought. It's not much different from Aku Aku this time. The Solus could be very, very important. If the Solus is going to play basement to deny the plant, that could be a huge problem that Myth Academy haven't seen before. But I like the amount of verticality that Myth Academy are bringing. I think we're going to see a very similar take, try and take that top floor. Interesting use of the Brava. Maybe because they've seen the Malusis and the Fenrirs, as well as the Capcans. It's a lot of utility we can take over with the Brava.
But all times for now on Myth, Brava is getting the entry kills. All times. Brava can launch one drone. She always death on entry kills. So maybe we don't see her yet. So I don't know what think about it.
I was going to say, I think Solus got a bit cheeky here. She's going to get down. Must be spawn peeking, I think, as Duskin's going to find the entry. That's really what they needed to get this round going. So hopefully now they can convert the 4v5. You know, you've been gifted a free kill early. Thomas getting a little bit too brave, I think, and giving away an entry pick. But when you're 5-0 up, I think you can afford to be a little bit risky. But again, if Myth Academy somehow don't convert this round, it's going to be heartbreaking for them. Like, you found the entry, you should now make it a lot easier to take above. But it looks like we are going to be going for an admin over, as we see all of the Myth players stacking up towards the admin side. And this is the crux of the round, is how do you push into this piano area? How do you push into this meeting area? How do you push into the meeting hallway? Because there is one player holding the small desk, there is one player holding this choke point into meeting. So we need to try and use some utility to push these players back, or at least clear them out far enough that we can start hitting the bomb site. We are going to see the Deimos track coming in. Deimos playing on the skylight, acting as the cutoff. The desk has been destroyed, and that's a great play between the Deimos and his teammate to force out the Malusi. To force out the Capcan. Giving that info to his team, and they're going to keep the kills rolling as they find Satsui above as well, and it's just down to the site anchors now in a 4v2 to hold the bomb site.
Maybe Adam or Rooney can back up them. Oh, just dropping at their piano as that and get killed by Adam.
I was going to say, they found one of the kills back, only 3 more to go. And as I said, Myth need to convert this advantage. You can't, not like this. You can't go 6-0 down like this, not in a 4v2. But they should have the info from the Deimos. He can track both of these remaining players. He has got 1 scan left as well. So I'd like to see him maybe track one of these players and work with his team to isolate one of these kills. As Melusi's going to get aggressive, she needs to try and find a trade back. As she keeps peeking this, she might get a kill onto the Deimos, and it tags him ever so slightly. But Myth Academy need to find a way to the bomb site. They are going to find one to divert, and this should be an easy 3v1 now. They should be able to convert. But the problem is, Mew is getting aggressive. We'll miss a few of his shots. Now we see that Deimos strike coming in. We'll find one with the shotgun. Not like this! He's tagged the Twitch to 1 HP, tagged the Brava 2, but that shotgun just not doing what he needs it to do. He's got no C4 either, so he's going to have to find both of these kills on his own with the weapons he's got at hand. The plant is going to go down here. Yeah, he's lost that C4. He's now in a 1v2 retake. The Twitch is 1 HP though, and he's on half HP himself, but you know, if anyone's going to clutch this, Rooney is 8-1 right now, so this is the man you want to be in this clutch situation, but that clock is now working against him. He knows both these players are stuck in piano, but it looks like Smarts are playing this well, and they're waiting for him to push. He's going to have to hit some crazy shots to win this, yeah. Smarts will find him. I was going to say, if that shotgun just did a little bit more damage, he might have actually been able to win that. He tanked the Twitch down to 1 HP. I think we've all felt that pain before, where you think that shotgun's going to one-shot them, and it just leaves them on like 2 HP. But this is a great half from Aku Aku. Aku Aku now moving into their attacking half, but a 5-1 split is exactly what you want when you've chosen the defense. You know, you only need to win now 2 attacks. If Myth Academy, you know, if they can dig deep and find a couple of rounds here, then it'll be really, really good for them. But you can't let Aku Aku get to match point now. Aku Aku only need to win, you know, 2 rounds. You've got, let me make sure I get my math right, you've got 5 rounds to win 2 rounds. So if Aku Aku find a way to choke this, I'll be amazed. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. So just this time the Aku Aku composition is the most valuable against before mid's composition. I preferred it with an IQ, a back, a Demos, a Grim, a Dokaibi. So it's better to keep the main and piano from taking negative verticality for sure. So I prefer Aku Aku's composition like a mid attacks composition for sure.
Yeah, because it looks like, as you said, they're looking like they're going to gear up for an admin take here. Flauncy with the Mew is hiding below in Visa, maybe expecting a Visa entry, but from what I can see, this is going to be a CO take. They're going to look to get the Buck and the Deimos in below, use the Grim to give those guys below info to be able to work some verticality. As I say that though, there is some pressure over towards admin side here. So maybe Team Aku Aku are just going for a little bit more of a, how do you explain, feel out the opposition, see where they can find some weaknesses. As the Buck is going to rotate over to admin side now, so I think they have switched over to an admin take. We've got the Suicide Breach open. We have got the Deimos in below. I think he's going to try and lurk up the basement Visa stairs, as they will ping out some utility to give him more operators he can track. But he might get a freebie here, as I think Mew's plan is to drop this hatch. And if Aku Aku have spotted that the Mew is here, and they've got the Deimos in position as the cutoff, but it looks like this is going to be a hardcore admin take. But Aku Aku are going to need to deal with the same problem with that clash as they brought themselves. So it'll be very interesting to see if Aku Aku can deal with this clash, because they brought it themselves. So I'm hoping that they've figured out a counter for it as well. Sasui is going to find the Mute as well with the Deimos below. That's a huge entry coming in from him. They found the guy who's on his own in Visa, which should mean that the Buck, if he wants to go below and then buck the clash, that is an option now as well. But like, they're running low on time. There's a minute to go. You've got to figure out how you want to start getting to the bomb site. And this clash is really going to start burning down the clock.
A strong foot line from taking, yeah. A strong foot line for sure. A very strong. You can have line against CEO and on the long desk. So is really a strong line for me.
Yeah, the Grim Utility is going to come out here, and Smith will find another one. They are getting choked out here by the Clash, as Tomas will find one back, but that Clash is still available, making this a 3v2, as Grim will be tagged to 1 HP, and Tomas is going to find another And now this is where the clash might be a little bit of a detriment, as Fenrir is the only gun up now. That's a great kill coming in from the side of Fenrir to keep this active. Clash is going to drop the shield, puts it back up to feed his teammate the info. As Deimos is going to challenge this Fenrir, they are going to find, it's just a 1v1 now as they find the clash. And can Smarts go huge for his team? This will be a triple to keep his team in this round, as I don't think the IQ has the time to plant. She's going to try and stick it though. They should have info on this. Maybe not. He's going to get the plant stuck, but this should be a freebie. Yeah, nice. Smarts, with a huge triple kill to... Smarts has found a huge triple kill to keep his team in this. He just won his gunfights as the Aku Aku flooded the site. Not a bad round from Aku Aku. They found some of the entries, but that clash being a major problem. So it'll be interesting to see if Aku Aku can deal with it, because they brought the clash as well. So I would have hoped that they had a way of dealing with it. But not too bad. You're still 5-2 up. It was a pretty exciting round to go back and forth. The trades were going in each way, and it made it very exciting to watch.
Yeah, so we're again on my preferred side for sure. So I'm really interesting why Aku Aku is going to attack it for sure. Maybe again an interesting position with a Jackal, with a Demos, with with a fuse, very strong attack from to open the
All of that verticality.
the garage, to open the garage wall. You can drop only one fuse, and normally if I think the gate is on the piano, maybe. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's really strong from playing verticality, like you said.
Yeah, I like this from
And,
Aku Aku. We spoke about yesterday. A lot of teams are bringing like 3 roam clear operators, and it's nice to see that we've got 2 operators for the roam clear, 2 operators for the verticality. But my only concern is we have no flank watch. Ju, you were pointing out yesterday that the backstabs were amazing for both teams. So I'm really hoping that Aku Aku, if they do manage to get the vertical control and get the fuse and the ram doing the vertical, that they leave maybe the Jackal or the Deimos to at least hold the flanks. Because when you start putting that much pressure onto the site, this is a really cool K-Claw. I don't know if the fuse will actually clear this. It should do if the fuse is placed correctly. But to hide it under the car, it might protect it from the fuse charge too. But Legion is going to be trying to contest some of this early second floor pressure. But it does look like... it's fuse shield as well.
oh, fuse
Awesome.
shield.
Yeah,
Awesome.
This is now a strat. This is a strat, right? The shield's being that strong. A lot of people in Pro League have been bringing this. As they're going to start getting the verticality going, with some verticality from the basement to the 3rd floor to contest this drop. But Shoes is going to find a great entry as the Tomorrow was over-challenging this. There is still a player benches contesting this verticality, as Myth do not want to give up the 2nd floor this easily. As they're going to drop another player down. This guy is Deimos tracked. He was Deimos tracked and Jackal pinged, as Fuse is going to find one onto the basement stairs coming from yellow. But now Thermite, telling his team, can you shoot this K-Claw off, please? Can you please find this claw so I can open the breach? But again, the K-Claw being under the car means that they're not going to see this from above. They have found it. Never mind. They have found it under the car. They've managed to clear that out. And having this amount of vertical pressure, this should allow Thermite to basically walk in and get the bomb down. As Duskin's going to find one, I think from spiral stairs. Oh no, coming down yellow, he's found another entry kill. But Adams found one from the breach, and they are going to the kills are going back and forth. Adams not having any funny business there, taking out the Cade, and Satsui finding the last player elsewhere. And that's a clean attack coming in from Aku Aku.
We don't blame them. So just meets for me isn't really strong on the map for sure. So only winning one attack is really odd for them for sure. But maybe I think they haven't no team play. They haven't. I think they haven't played this map yet on any competition or in Scrim. It's like I feel. I don't know you. you think it's about. But for me, they haven't screamed it yet.
Yeah, it could be. Myth have not played Consulate in PBX as far as we know, because they've only played 2 maps. They've only played Border as well as Clubhouse. So maybe Myth not anticipating that this was going to be one of their picks. But the thing is, in a BO3, there's always a couple of maps that are always your insta bans. And for Team Aku Aku, this seems to be like one of their insta picks. Whereas for Myth, this is one of the maps where maybe they, as you said, they haven't practiced as much and they're completely outclassed, because Aku Aku, clearly they are a fan of this map. We are going to see a repeat. I like the use of the Vigil to counter the Deimos. So interesting tech there to come in to try and counter the. But this is the good thing about Aku Aku. They've brought the Jackal as well. Like, even if the Deimos can't find the Vigil, they can use the Jackal. But Smart is going to get a great entry onto Shuz here, as they're going to try and trade him back, but the Fuse Shield not finding any success. As that is a C4 being thrown out, it will not connect. Fuse is on 6 HP as they keep trying to fight this Fuse. I'm not sure if they need to do this. They found their entry kill. They can now give up this third floor and just play the man advantage, but seeming to want to get the kill on the Fuse. Valkyrie's going to keep swinging. The Fuse seems like he's all alone. As I think now Valkyrie and Vigil are now going to finally back off a little bit.
Someone joined it. I think it's Jackal. Join it on the CEO. Yeah, that's it. But
they're going to find another one as well. And this is all falling apart for Team Aku Aku, as a much more aggressive roam coming in from Myth Academy. And Duskin, you can't get away with that. He takes the head off the Fuse, only the Deimos left in a 1v5. But this is much, much better from Myth Academy. I think they adapted really well to the roam clear. They sent more bodies upstairs to help the roamers out. And they've just won all their gunfights to seal this round out. But again, only 6-3. It's only if it maybe go 6-4, 6-5. Team Aku Aku maybe go, hang on a minute, like we need to lock in. These guys are making a comeback. So Myth Academy, they need to keep, this will be they're going back. The top floor is now available because they played basement twice. Last time this was a really, really good attack on the admin side. No, ignore me, sorry. This was a victory for Myth Academy last time we went here because of that clash. So hopefully Aku Aku can find a way to deal with the clash. I'd like to see them go CEO for a CEO execute. I think dealing with this clash is just really annoying. So the path of least resistance would be probably to go for a B-bomb execute. Try and get into piano, try and use some verticality on site. So very interested to see if they want to actually deal with the clash or if they're going to go the opposite direction.
If I were an Aku Aku, I proposed an Amaru rush for sure. Clash is taking the administration with 2 players. So you have only 1 or 2 players to kill, have piano and CEO control. So it's most easily for me.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the lineup that Team Aku Aku have brought, I don't think we can tell just from the lineup which way they're going to go. There's not, they're not telegraphing what the take is going to be. So as this round develops, we'll see which way they're going. But it looks like they are going to go for a CO take this time. As on the default cams, I think they've spotted that everybody spawned here. Smoke might get a cheeky kill onto the guy below as Buck enters into piano. But this is going to be looks like a full CO take this time instead of an admin take. There is verticality from the side of Myth to sort of contest Aku Aku from taking this bottom floor. But we have got Rooney. Rooney's got the shotgun as well.
Rooney's got shotgun.
Not bringing the PMM either as the backup. For those of you who don't know, that PMM can basically 2-tap everybody in the game. It's like one of the highest damage pistols that you can bring. But I think they're going to use this shotgun to basically clear out the player behind the desk. As Rooney on the shotgun is going to sneak in below. But that's going to be a huge entry coming in for Shuz as they find the Deimos. Not sure where they found that kill, but the clash is now rotated over towards yellow as well. But they are going to find the Warden. I think that's with the Finker shotgun too, yeah. Finker with that shotgun is going to find the guy below. Amazing use of the soft distraction to clear that player out. And now that they've cleared that corner, they are pretty much good for an execute if they want to go for that. Buck has got the diffuser bottom yellow, so it's not quite a rush. They are going to try and push up yellow here, but they're going to be pushing up straight into this clash. And Flaunty's going to find a nice little trade from the window opposite, from the info with the clash. But Buck, you can't play here. The clash is going to feed the info that you're playing here.
Again,
and you're going to get peeked from the other side. I was going to say, from Spiral, are they going to peek it? No. I was going to say, Myth playing this really well, just keeping the man advantage. And although Aku Aku found the first pick, they've now stalled out again because of the clash. They brought clash themselves, so they should really have a way of countering this, as they are going to waste even more time with the smoke canisters. So a little bit of a misplay coming in from Aku Aku. Like, I would have thought they could just go in through the site window since they cleared the anchor player, but now they're just getting stalled out by the clash.
For me, when you saw a clash, you can bait an entry and rotate, and keeping someone, just one player, as making pressure, for sure, and like that, little like that, only one pressure, and the clash is only how to call it, needs to rotate, and attack and probably crash, but they aren't here.
Sasui's for the anchor on site, and now he's in a 1v1 against a clash. So Duskin, all he has to do is play keep away. He should be able to keep the shield up, yeah. He's just going to play keep away now. There's no need for Duskin to basically do anything, as this is just like a really unwinnable situation for the Lion. But you know, it's a really good call from you to say like rotate a couple of bodies, sort of fake the side switch. But Aku Aku, you know, sort of getting a little bit lost there, I think, on their attack. They could have basically just repelled up to the side window and got the bomb down, I'm pretty sure. They had the cover from below, you know, Buck could have done some verticality to clear the space. So I think Aku Aku making their attack a little bit complicated. As Aku Aku are now going to have to attack Expo and Piano for the first time. And if Myth Academy can take this round, they will have both basement and top floor. Well, they'll have basement available. And then if they win basement, they'll be able to go back to top floor and bring this back to 6-6. So this is a big, big round for Aku Aku.
For sure. For Myth. For sure.
Yeah, so if Myth can win this, then they'll have basically the two strongest sites available.
Yeah.
So if they win this, they'll be 6-5, and then they'll have basement available again for the next round. Obviously, Aku Aku, their strongest attack so far was on that basement. We haven't seen them attack Piano yet. But like, if I was Aku Aku, I would have probably taken an attack timeout here as well. Obviously, if you don't use them, you lose them. So if I was Aku Aku, maybe after that last round, I would have taken an attack timeout to make sure that Myth Academy don't find a way back into this game. As we spoke about, defense is just so strong on this map. But you know, you were 5-1 up. You need to take the. You've already got one of your attacks. You only need to take two. So hopefully that they've got a really solid plan to attack Piano and close this game out. If Myth takes this, I think the momentum goes to the side of Myth Academy.
This is the third time we saw a very shortly maps on Consulate. It's really hard from two teams from winning this as attack. So yesterday we saw Aku Aku versus Victis. Aku Aku's winning 7-5 closely. We saw what was EWAVE versus they don't know.
I went 8-7.
EWAVE winning 8-7. So all on this map, all teams wins by only on the
Defense.
On defense. I mean, just I don't know how to translate it in English. So in French, say sur le fil, on the line.
I don't speak French, so I can't translate you. Just getting it over the line is the phrase. I know what you mean. Yeah. So because defense is so strong, so both of these teams only taking one attack so far. It is just Rudy's going to find a great entry though. As Rudy's going to get a double, he's going to get Shuz is going to find one, but Adam with a third in the round. This is what we wanted to see from Team Aku Aku. They're finding all the kills on the top floor. As he's going to dance with this player, they're going to find Thomas is going to find another. And Team Aku Aku, they have absolutely stomped these top floor anchors. As Legion's now in a 1v4, he's going to find. Oh, he's not even going to find one on the flank. He's going to shoot the bodies too. And
all of this.
Yeah, I was going to say, Aku Aku were like, look, we are ending this round right here, right now. We are not going to go to overtime, and that's a great 7-4 victory for Aku Aku. And if you remember early into the game, Duskin was talking a lot in the chat, and he was talking specifically to Rooney, as they're both English. So he was like, "Oh, it's a 4v5. We're going to win this easy," and that's a great 7-4 victory from the side of Aku Aku. You know, they absolutely stomped on their defense. That 5-1 split really paying off. They chose to defend first on their map pick. Oh, sorry, on how do I explain? They got given defense on their map pick, which makes a lot of sense because how do you explain? Duskin's team on Myth Academy probably wanted to make the comeback on their defensive half, but that just didn't pay off. Aku Aku, taking their map pick by a landslide there as they win 7-4. Those attacks looked really good, especially on that top floor as well as for basement. That basement execute is what really, I think, gave them the advantage. Attacking that well for basement, which is one of the strongest sites, they did really, really well. So as we move into Bankshu, sorry, go for it. As you tell us about that basement attack just before we head into a break.
I'm really surprised against before basement attack, for sure. It was really interesting. Good reaction on the back. They say they can't open the garage, so they're pushing on back, and it works. So we played.
Yeah, it was a really I like the combination of having two vertical operators, and then having two vertical operators, and then having two operators to clear the room. It worked out really, really well for them. And then they just decided we're gonna just walk in and shoot everybody on that on that piano take. So doing really, really well to close out that map. We are going to now move into Myth's map, but we will be moving into that map shortly after a break. So we'll see you guys after the break. Don't go anywhere for the second map of this first semi-final.
See you after the break.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging around for the break. We have got the second map of our first semi-final between Myth Academy and Team Aku Aku. Team Aku Aku absolutely stomped, I think it's fair to say, on the first map of Consulate. We spoke about how defender-sided it was, but Aku Aku pulled through on their 5-1 half. It was their map pick as well. We are now going to move into Myth Academy's map pick. So Aku Aku were given defense first by Myth Academy because they get to choose the regulation side, and then Aku Aku moving into Bank have now chosen to defend first on Myth Academy's map pick. Zhu, what do you make of them choosing to defend first?
Myth is attacking first.
Yeah, because Aku Aku chose defense, right? It's Myth's map pick,
right.
So Aku Aku have chose to defend first.
For me, it's a very big choice because Bank. I don't know the statistic on professional.
I can. I thought you might ask. I've got them for you. So Bank was played. 86 rounds were played on Bank in the Montreal Major, and it was 57% to 43% for the defense.
Oh, again, different
side.
Again and again.
So we are going to jump to a quick word from our sponsors just before we head into the game. We'll talk about the map just after the quick word from our sponsors.
Huge shout out to IT Discount 24 for sponsoring the PBX Pro Series 6. IT Discount 24 is your refurbished IT partner. Head on over to their website or eBay shop posted in the chat to find all your refurbished PC needs. Whether corporate or private, they'll have you covered.
I'll say we're live now, yeah. But yeah, they both prefer defense. We are going to be jumping into the game very shortly here. But yeah, Aku Aku definitely preferring the defense, I think. Like, they were given defense by Myth. So Myth were under the strategy of, if we give them the defense, we'll be able to bring it back on our defense. But that strategy just did not work out for Myth Esports. We spoke about it yesterday, how you can give the opponent the stronger side first. So we saw yesterday, EWAVE managed to, not EWAVE, it was VE Victus. They brought it back yesterday on Consulate as well because defense was just that strong. But Myth Academy not being able to do that in this series. So very interested to see because Zhu, we haven't seen Bank been brought by either of these teams so far in PBX. So we're sort of walking into the unknown here with who's gonna be better. We don't know anything about these teams on this map, so I think this could go either way. If you're Team Aku Aku, you're looking to get that 5-1 split again, I think. You're going to be looking to, get a massive leg up to close this in 2 maps. They're probably thinking, look, we don't want to go to a third map. We want to close this out right here, right now. But Myth Academy, they've got to dig deep to bring this back in the series.
For me, Bank is one of the most harder map from attacking because we have 3-2s. You have so many way from backstabbing, so it's really, really hard to make that. Really hard.
100%.
So from me, I want to see maybe all rounds something to clear box. So a nomad, a gridlock for sure. They need it for sure. With the aggressive strategy of Aku Aku, they need it. If they don't need it, I'm not sure Myth can win both of 2 attacks for sure.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you look at the lineup of Team Aku Aku, they've brought the Goyo, the Smoke, and the Echo to deny any late round plant attempts. They're going to be looking to stack all of this utility to basically prevent Team Myth from getting the plant down on default. I think Myth Academy were expecting a top floor hold. As you can see, the complete switch of lineup from Myth Academy. I like the fact that they've got the Twitch to be able to clear the Goyo canisters. You might also be able to snag an Echo drone with that Twitch drone. The Blitz as well, if they want to roam clear the map fast with it, or even to plant backwards once they get to the bomb site. But if you look from the side of Aku Aku, they are playing an extended roam. The Cade has been banned, so you can't exactly sit on site and give the attacking team open area because there's nothing to prevent the hatches from getting open. You can't. It's really tough to waste to sit on site and just hold yourselves when the attack have 2.5 minutes to execute onto you. So that's why you see from Team Aku Aku, they are roaming with the Goyo as well as with the Oryx, I believe. Those are the two operators that I'm responsible for trying to burn just some time. As this could be a really sneaky Twitch drone. He's going to try and get in to clear all of these Goyo canisters. If Smoke's not paying attention, these are all going to get cleared, as Twitch is going to clear all of this utility really early, which is huge. So they have lost these Goyo canisters for later in the execute. I think the defenders, there's an Azami holding open area, there's one towards elevator and one on the marble stairs, as they are going to try and get this pinch in from the side of Myth Academy. Abana's gone above, she will be able to play this hatch, but there is info on the side of the beeper. But here comes the push onto the Azami. Azami's not even looking, as that's just a freebie for Duskin as they find the entry onto the Azami. Duskin's now just chilling on the hatch. Maybe we'll find a second as there's one on the A-bomb chassis. But this is really, really good work from Myth Academy on their attack. They found a weakness in the defense, spotted the Azami all alone, and they found a great entry. Thomas might get a trade back here, as he's just hiding out in the elevator, as he has been droned out now, and he should be falling off it, as he's going to get pinched here in a second, as Duskins finds a second on the Blitz. And yeah, Goyo's going to make the smart move and fall away. Blitz is down the middle of the bomb site, will get found by the side of Adam on the Echo. And now Myth have got a 4v3 that really should be executing onto the site. They've got 1:15, plenty of time, plenty of drones. They've still got 3 in their back pocket. They've still got a nade as well as 2 hard breach canisters if they want to open up to default here. So yeah, this should be a round going in the favour of Myth. They've cleared out all the space they need. They found one of the Echo cams too. So let's see how Myth want to convert their advantage in the 4v3.
Yeah, they don't have more choice. But again, Basement is again and the stronger defense side for sure.
They were trying to get the bomb down there, but Echo's got the long angle from Garage, but they will find him with the DMR, that DMR being an amazing weapon on those long angles. And Oryx has now got it all to do in this 1v3, I believe.
For sure, very, very strong entry kill. That's the way to unlock the situation for Myth attack.
I've just realised as well, for the last round, you guys could not hear me because I was on mute. So when Zhu was handing it over to me, I don't think you guys could actually hear me. Sorry for that, guys, on the stream. But yeah, what I was saying is it was a clean attack from Myth. They found the entries with the Blitz. They did a really, really good job to find those entries. So you got to hear that round without any commentary. Apologies for that, guys. But yeah, Zhu, what did you think of the entry from the Blitz?
Well, it's the best way to win the attack because the Azami is defending one of the most important area to attack this. She's defending open space, so you have two hatches from dropping instantly on site or on proxy site. So you need to make to take control of the open space to just win the attack. So they do that with the Blitz, and they win after that.
Yeah, if you look at the lineup from Aku Aku, there's a small adaptation in the strategy. They've brought the Valkyrie instead of the Echo this time on the side of Adam. And I think the idea is to be able to give these roamers more information as they're going to try and waste time. This round, again, very similar to the last round, is going to be decided by who can win their gunfights. It's a very much extended heavy roam coming in from the side of Aku Aku, so they need to sort of deny as much space as they can. But this top floor is so hard to hold due to the cutoffs, as Satsui is going to dance up and down these stairs. And if you look on the Deimos, they managed to spot out all of the utility on the side of Aku Aku. He can track anybody he wants to clear this top floor. And now the question is going to be, can we hold on to the middle floor for longer? As Adam is going to be found on the Valkyrie, Myth finding all the entries so far. Really, really well played to clear the top floor, get the entries onto these players. As Azami's got no idea that he's been spotted out. As they are going to try and wallbang him, he's now pretty much stuck in this corner, I believe, and they're going to be like, just keep shooting, you're getting close. Because all of this paper, these desks are not exactly hard cover. Azami's going to make the correct decision to get out of there, as I think he's realised he's being spotted out. So a bit of a problem coming in for Myth Academy. They need to find how they want to clear the Azami. Azami's just almost going to give the game away as he just peeks out, almost getting tagged. IQ's dropped in, here comes the pinch. They have now found the Azami, and that's just too easy for Myth Academy. I don't know where the support is from the other roamers. Maybe everybody's just backed off the site?
Oh yeah, it's Ulrich's on the second floor. He can flank again. Satsui is very big to do that.
They found the Oryx.
He don't do that.
I was going to say, they found the Oryx above, and this smoke's now been found on site. And Goyo's Thomas, man, he's been hiding out in the elevator the whole round. He's not even going to get one for his troubles. He will find Albana. The IQ tags are sort of low HP. Thomas is now 1 HP himself as well, as we will be traded out by Flauncy. Flauncy's finally woken up in this series. He was in the donut factory in the first few rounds of the last map, but he's really on the board now, and he's helping his team get these entries. I don't understand the strategy to keep Azami alone in open area. Like, they're putting pressure on you. You've got to shout to your team, can you do something to help me? It's basically like a 4v1.
You need to defend open space as it players, because alone is just impossible to defend.
100%. Like, they just got slammed, or the Azami, I should say, just got like there was no help from the Oryx or the Goyo to help that Azami out, and that's what Myth Academy, they were like, yeah, we'll take this 4v1 if you're not going to help him. And it's really, really well played from Myth Academy to identify that was the weakness in the defense. But we are going to see a site swap from Aku Aku. I think this was needed. You got slammed on basement twice. Basement's supposed to be one of the most defender-sided maps. Defender-sided bomb sites, but not working out for Team Aku Aku at all. So moving into the top floor, it'd be interesting to see if Myth Academy want to do a lobby take, or if they would like to go for a top square take.
He locked all connector with his castle. So from Mist, you can insert player on the connector. You just kill the castle, and you have all control of the connector. So you can have the control of.
Is that a spawn peak? You can see the ladder?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What an angle!
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Duskin probably never seen that angle before. For all of you on the stream watching that's a crazy angle you can get onto the top of the ladder. I didn't even know that was a thing until now. So that's a great entry coming out from the side of Satsui, I believe.
But it's a very old spawn kill.
Gotcha.
Like that.
I mean, I've been playing the game a long time, and I didn't even know that existed. And so you learn something new every day. But Flauncy with the Flores drones is to try and clear some of this utility that the Wama is playing behind. Playing this stock double door is a very common position for people to play, especially with Dormai. It lets you burn so much time by just halting the attack. It denies all the entries to top square. It denies entries into stock, as Rooney's going to find a shotgun to the... Capital's going to get a shotgun to the face from Rooney, as Rooney's now on the board with his first kill. And I think Myth Academy have just they've sort of lost their way a little bit. Losing Duskin on that blitz was sort of their win condition, and now losing another player on the rappel is going to really sort of hinder their attack. I don't really see what the plan is from Myth Academy. It doesn't seem like a square or a lobby take. It seems like we're just going to walk around and see if we can find the entries. As they will find the Warden on the Rooney. He is going to get downed as they find the... I don't know what's just happened here. They found 3 kills in rapid succession, and now it's a 2v2 if it could be a 3v2 if they can pick the Warden up. Satsui will stop the bleeding. He will find one back onto the stock player, and now it's a 1v2 for KZ on the side of Myth. He is 3-0, so if he can find the remaining 2 players to keep his team snowballing these attacks, it'd be massively helpful. But I don't understand what Aku Aku peaked. They had the great man advantage, and they just basically threw it away. But after all the dust settles, it is going to be a 3v1.
Pick. They just need to wait in the attacking lines and keep the lost kill. For sure.
Yeah, it still worked out for them. They are going to get their first defense on the board. So yeah,
Yep.
it's not too bad from the side. I just don't know where the kills came from. Like all 3 kills coming in rapid succession. Normally that's a case of over peaking. We are going to go back to basement. Interesting that Aku don't want to attempt one of the middle floor bomb sites, either in open area or archives. They are considered both to be the tertiary bomb sites, but when you've been slammed on basement twice, I don't think this is the right idea.
For me, isn't a good thing about myth strategy, because I prefer attack on the main stairs from attacking the second floor, for sure. It's better. No more way from backup. It's most simple to attack it. You need to have only 4 lines, and you have all backs is most easily. So attacking mains is better for me.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how Aku want to defend this basement site. It looks like they're going for this extended roam again. They have got defend rear as well this time to maybe slow down the push into open area. My only concern is the last 2 times we attempted this, there was no teamwork from the side of Aku. We were basically just suiciding a plain open area. But the front rear is going to fall back to site. You've got the Valkyrie top floor, as well as Legion on the Shuz holding open area. But like this strategy just doesn't it hasn't been working. I don't understand why we're playing this the exact same way that we were getting slammed on. Somehow the smoke's already been put down to 1 HP. I think he's just taken a nade as they push into server. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. There is 2 players holding server here together. They are going to stop this take from coming in between the 2 players pushing dirt.
If you want to play the server, you need to take the control of the garage with a lurker, for sure.
100%.
1 lurker on garage, someone on the blue from making control of the first floor, and after that you can enter in the server. Before that, it's really odd.
But it looks like Myth Academy have completely changed the take they were going for. Instead of contesting the Roman open area, they've decided they want to go straight into CC and basically stop anybody from playing the hatch. Because the hatch is reinforced, I believe, if I can just see on the POV of the observer. But I think the idea is we're just going to take blue and basically force our way in through blue. We just don't want to contest the roam. We'll leave 1 guy above to stop anybody retaking from above. Shoes is going to find smarts elsewhere. And I think the attack has basically been stalled out by Aku. Aku identified that they basically trying to push into server. That's going to be a great kill as Duskin swings with no info and will be found. That's a great pre-fire from Flaunty to get the trade back to keep the man advantage at least somewhat close. The kitchen player has got no need to swing here. There's no reason to contest these guys as the 2 site anchors should have more than enough utility to stop this execute coming in. Both site anchors are low HP though, so they're both Twitch DMR will one-shot both of these players. So we're going to see a little skirmish coming out from Shuz as he jiggles this, trying to find the Archives player. As they are going to go for... Looks like they go very direct. Shuz will find Flauncy above. So that's your flank watch gone on the side of the Twitch. We'll see a trade back. We don't need to swing this, boys. Like, they're not in the bomb site. There's only 30 seconds left. Just hold your ground and wait for them to plant. So a little bit of an overextend from the players above, but they've done their job, wasted enough time that hopefully these remaining 3... I was going to say, there's still 3 smokes left as well. As long as he's thrown this smoke too deep, though, by the way. The thermite is in a backwards plant, but the angles from garage are there to stop the default plant. As KZ will go down. The attack will find 1 back, and then the last 2 trades coming in to give Aku their second defense of this game.
Yeah. Good smoke, good temporization of all of them. So, I was confused by the replay. Good defense from Aku. Good stuff utilization because the smokes, the termite can diffuse the bomb with a good smoke utilization. So well played from Aku. they just don't played very aggressive, but not too slowly, too not too aggressive, but a bit just to say hello from the attackant. Hello, I'm here, but you can do everything. You need to push me because I'm here, but I don't pick you. You need to you need to find me.
Yeah, that's how they should have played. But the Legion, as well as the other Roamer above, both got a little bit
Yeah.
too aggressive to give up the man count. But it's nice that the remaining anchors could clutch it up. It didn't cost them the round, so it's not too bad. But we are finally going to see Aku Aku being forced to go to the third bomb site. They've chosen to go into open area. This is generally the favoured bomb site compared to archives. There's just more space you can play in as the defenders. And generally speaking, you want to waste some time top floor to deny any verticality, which is what we see from Aku Aku. But Aku Aku, ideally, they need to get a 4-2 split here. I think if you're Myth Academy, you're very happy. Are they just not hearing the audio of these drones? Azami, on numerous occasions, has just not spotted the drones that's been pinging them. So maybe
No
Satsui...
information from Legion.
There should be a freebie on lobby, as they've spotted this guy in the lobby area, and they are going to find the mute. Yeah, I don't know where mute's wandered off to. Thomas has just walked into lobby. Adam will find one back though. That's a great trade. Onto the buck as well, but Duskin keeps the trades rolling as they find another. But another trade coming in from Shuz. It's carnage in the lobby as Satsui finds another. And then Myth Academy are going to keep these trades going, but the both remaining players on low HP, so the advantage as the dust settles, going to Aku Aku. But Duskin will find another site anchor, but the remaining two attackers are split. But Duskin's in the bomb site, probably screaming at his teammate to come plant the bomb. As it seems like they have info, the bomb is going to start to go down. Now Duskin's on the cover. Shuz has got a mission to climb in 1 HP, literally 1 HP. As Duskin's going to dance with him, hold this angle from the bomb chassis, and Twitch should also be holding this together with the two defenders, and I can't see Shuz finding a way to clutch this out. Yeah, nice little shotgun kill coming out. I mean, that was craziness. Like, I thought it was all over when the first guy in ATMs got picked off. I don't know where Thomas was going, but, you know, just trades from both teams coming in from back and forth, and Duskin being the deciding factor to give Myth Academy their third attack, which is huge, by the way, on a defender-sided map.
Really, really huge. So for me, we saw they are this is her map for sure. They pick bank, and we know why. We know why. The attacks are stratted. Maybe the defense too, but we don't know. Again, we saw that in one round, but for now, it's really, really strong for me, for sure. I really enjoy to casting this.
Yeah,
Because
Myth
even
Academy look
just,
good. They look really good.
really, really good.
Team Aku Aku seem to be struggling. It just seems like the playstyle of Aku Aku is sort of hurting them, especially on sort of this roam game. It seems like Myth Academy are reading into the early aggression really, really well, and that's what's got them the entry kills. So Myth Academy, you know, doing really, really well to respond to that early aggression that Aku Aku were trying to bring on the roam. But we are going to go back to top floor. This was, if I remember correctly, Aku Aku took this as their first defensive victory on this top floor. So we bought the Blitz again. He was spawn peaked last time on this bomb site with that naughty angle onto the top of the staircase. But it looks like we've got a much, much cleaner plan coming in from the side of Myth Academy, as it looks like they're going to gear up for a lobby take here. We've got kind of players spread out all across the map. We've got two players on rappel. You can see Capital and Zero getting ready to get pressure those site windows, as Smart is going to hold ATMs to make sure those players are safe on the rappel. And it looks like we're going to put pressure. It's going to be a square take with one player holding the flank in lobby. That seems to be the execute we want to go for here, as we spread out all across this top floor to try and put pressure on all parts of the site. Warden's going to get really aggressive here, as he did last time. He found a freebie, which is the only kill of the game, onto the Capital last time. So we're very interested to see if he can get rewarded for his efforts playing this aggressive. And Capital's playing this smart, though, not giving this Warden any info on his whereabouts. As Mute's going to get tagged, Mute's going to be found as well. That's a great entry for KZ and the side of Myth Academy.
Maybe jumping for Rooney? Maybe window jumping.
No. Capital has been found the same way. Satsui's going to double up with him as well as they trade the guy on. Flauncy's going to trade back that trade as all the trades. This is great to see from both teams that they are trading all the frags. They're working together to get these trades. Now you're in a 3v3. They're going to find another site anchor as well onto Rooney as he's going to get found close to the windows. But this is where the buff to 0 is huge. He's still got 2 cameras in pocket and they've got info all over the site. They know one is in this. They should know this one is in this Trump position. As that front office, one has been pinned into that place. Castle's got a lot to do to stay alive, but it's a 3v2. Myth Academy need to just kind of settle down, figure out how they want to execute, and use this info to figure out where's the best way to get for us to get this bomb down. There's no Flores drones left. They can't actually walk in as these. That's a great kill coming in from the 0. He's 6-3. He's really turned up for his team. Flauncy as well, who we spoke about, wasn't doing great in the last map. This is just maybe Myth's map. This team seems much more confident in how to attack on this map compared to Consulate. As Wami's now pinned into Janitor, and a great pinch coming out from Myth Academy to secure a 4-2 split on Bank. This is an amazing half. Considering Aku Aku, they went with the same strategy of we want to take the defense. The split for the attackers and defenders is basically the wrong way around. If you were Aku Aku, you probably wanted a 4-2 split for your defense. So the fact that Myth Academy have gone 4 rounds up on their own attack is amazing for them. It really puts this map into their advantage. And if we go off the statistics of this map being 60% defender favored, you have to give the advantage to Myth Academy. Seems like they are way more drilled and rehearsed on this map. Aku Aku maybe not as well prepared to play a map like Bank as Myth Academy are.
I love mids. I love mids composition. Goyo, Warden, Tachenka, Legion is really, really strong. With the Neko too, really strong. Maybe just they are making 5 on site, but really, really odd from Aku Aku to attack this.
So what I'm hoping to see is from the lineup that Aku Aku have brought, I don't think they know that there's going to be 5 man on site. We spoke about this before, that there is no Cade on the board. So if Aku Aku can see that open area is completely uncontested, they should be able to go straight into open area. You know, they shouldn't really need to spend too much time roam clearing because there just is no roam. If they manage to get some blue-priced drones to identify that there's no roam game, I say that Flauncy is actually top floor, but he's going to get traded out. So they did have a little bit of roam game, but on this bunker lineup. But they found the trade. They've lost the IQ, which is maybe a little bit. It's not the end of the world. It's not a mission critical operator. It's not like the Havana, who's your only operator, get the hatches or things like that.
From Echo, is best to watch who is the Echo drones with IQ, but not really impactant agent for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Warden's just given his life away as well, as Satsui's going to find his second entry. It's the second entry for his team on this map. And I'm a little concerned for Myth, because it was a 4v4. You can just play the site. You've got enough utility to hold the team off. But now you've thrown the man advantage away. They might give another pick away here as well, as Legion's decided to hang around. He's going to get punished too. As this extended roam, so we thought it was going to be an anchor, but it turns out to be a massively extended roam with lots of anchoring operators, has just been absolutely torn apart by the side of Aku Aku. Aku Aku playing really, really well to play off the information from the Blitz and hunt down these roamers, but now you've got Echo and Tachanka as the remaining 2 operators who can potentially waste so much time. The Echo drones, you can feed a lot of information to your team if you're dead. So hopefully the remaining guys, you can see them all flicking the cams. One on the Echo cam, one on the default cams. If they can try and feed that info back to the 2 remaining defenders, the 2 remaining defenders might have a chance to hold onto this bomb site. Blitz is going to be full sending it here into the bomb site. He's going to not over-aggress. He's playing this smart, letting his team catch up with him as they try and use the info. As that's clean from Aku Aku, as they played off the information from the Blitz. They knew where the last 2 defenders were, and there was not very much Myth Esports could do about it.
Very, very strong attack by Aku Aku. That's for me, that's the same against Aquaku did before. Just one rumor alone, just 1+1+1+1, and Aquaku did team play, so just one dead and revenge instantly. So it's better for Aquaku for sure.
100%. Like, that was just a really clean attack. Like, but I'm not sure what the strategy was from Myth. Like, I would like to see them shoot a couple of drones and try to run away. Like, especially on, for those of you watching at home, bank top floor is not kind to roamers. Like, there's a lot of soft walls that you can get wall banged through if you put somebody on the CO windows. From those windows, because there's no reinforcement set up top floor, it's very easy to cut off the roamers. Like, you have to play very close to marble stairs and literally shoot a drone and run away, or it's very easy to hunt you down on that top floor. Middle floor gives you more options in open area if you hold it together. We saw that Team Aku Aku, they only chose to have one defender in the open area, but you can hold it with a couple of players and fall off down the hatches if you want to waste time that way. But I don't think the roam game was just there for Myth Academy. They just weren't playing together and gave away isolated fights, which made it easy for Aku Aku to, basically clean up the round. We are going to go to top floor now, Noju. Very interested to see what kind of take Aku Aku want to go for on the top floor take.
For me, Aquaku's composition is interesting because I think they don't play on rappel. So they played the first floor, second floor against the same time. Really interesting strategy for sure. They make pressure with opening all windows. They're making pressure everywhere without someone is playing here. For me, it's very big.
Yeah, as we get the overview here, it seems like we're going to go for a square take with some pressure from the repels. We've got one guy holding lobby to make sure our Zofia on repel doesn't get taken out, with most of our focus coming in from the square side. If we look across the lineup that Team Aku Aku brought, there's so much soft destruction. You've got the flashes, 2 sets of nades, as well as the Zof utility. They should have enough utility to be able to deal with whatever whatever Myth Academy have brought. Flauncy is going to get a huge pick onto Rooney. You're going to lose all of those Intero drones, which would basically be crucial to clear this Azami position. They've still got the nades to sort of clear this Azami setup, but this is the problem. Azami can just keep throwing these gadgets back. She's got 3 in pocket, which she'll have for the rest of the round to hold on to this stock position. But this is ideally where we need to see them either like push off of the nades, as this ace is not going to do very much, as Azami should be able to just shoot it off without being exposed. She's going to hop up, and this is such a strong position to play for the Azami. She can waste. There's only a minute left, Zhu. I don't really see how the side of Aku Aku are going to get into the map, because this Azami is just going to keep these Azami barricades going, and Flauncy with his second in the round is going to make sure that this is an immovable position and just hold it down. She's going to make the smart decision and fall off, and now the last 2 players of Aku Aku have got a mountain to climb. It's a 5v2 with just not very much success coming in from any of the pressure they were putting onto the bomb site.
Really hard from Aku Aku. We'll play to Myth with Atami big position for sure. Aku Aku, I prefer played from this strategy. I preferred played the first floor with a negative verticality from killed Azami, and if Azami is down, it's better from Aku Aku for sure.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge round for Myth's mental as well. Like, you went basement, which is arguably the strongest site on the map, and you got basically slammed. And now you've gone top floor and had a flawless round. And I like the adaptation not to go back to basement. We're going to try to go open area first, just so Team Aku Aku have a completely different set of problems they have to solve. We saw Aku Aku preferring to stick to the main 2 bomb sites. They only went to this tertiary bomb site when they had to. So I like the fact that from Myth, they're going to we've gone basement once, we've gone top floor once, let's give open area a go and see what happens. Like, Aku Aku are not going to have seen how this defense is going to set up, and that's why if you go to these third bomb sites, if you're confident you can defend them, it basically gives Aku Aku a different set of problems to solve. Aku Aku now have to, they should have spotted that it's open area. They now have to do an attack that they haven't done so far. And I like this extension coming in from the castle. These castles cut off so many of these lines of sight that make the top floor difficult to play. So if they don't clear this utility, and if you look on the side of Aku Aku, they haven't brought the Sophia, there is no Ash, it's only the nades and maybe the Ram they can use to clear these castles on the top floor. I think it's a little jump out that's being prepped here by the castle to maybe jump out on this Ram, as Ram is going to put some pressure on these windows. But the idea is from Flauncy, who's 9-4, he's really having a great map here as he's helping his team to a potential victory. The idea is we're going to waste the time, deny the verticality, and this is what should help us win the round.
If Rooney is followed by Flauncy, for sure, but no way. But if Rooney was dead, it was a very odd way from Aku Aku. Is Dusk in this position?
But this is so well played from Aku Aku.
Yeah.
Like, they found so many entries across the board. They found the castle who tried to get a cheeky kill, but was just, annihilated on the reverse angle. Also, Valkyrie being found early. You basically make it a 5v3 instantly, forcing the rest of the defense to get aggressive. You saw the guy in Janitor on the side of Duskin. He managed to find one back, but was traded again. And Smart's being left on 1 HP, as well as his army on site. Aku Aku have got so much time to work the verticality, find where these last two players are. That's a great kill coming in from Azami on the hatch to get one back. But even in the 3v2 with all of these players full HP, they should be able to convert this round into their favor to take us to 5-4.
Yeah. But from Aku Aku now, it's hard from dropping at the hatches. They need more information from defensa. I think they have no information from Aruni. Then have information from Azami, no information from Mute, but very low HP. Well, maybe, I don't know.
The other problem is we've lost the Habana Ju. Like, I don't know how we actually get into the bomb site. Like, all the hatches are open, I believe. Also, you can see that the box hatch is open.
Yeah.
But we can't open the kitchen wall. And if the hatch on open area is not open, then we're going to have real problems. I don't think it is. As you've seen Dokubi try and jump in the window and get found. It's now a 1v2. They do trade the kill back. But the question is now, can we get the bomb down? But we don't even have to worry about it, as Rooney's going to find the Azami across the bomb site. And really, really good execute coming in from the side of Aku Aku. The teammates doubled up. They timed it well. Even though the Doki was found, we traded the kill onto the Mute. And then the 2v1 being clutched out by Rooney on the R4C. So this is a great game. We've got rounds going back and forth on the side of Myth's defense. And if Aku Aku can keep trading these rounds back and forth, we should have a really, really good game on our hands. And I hate to cast a curse it, but it looks like we have a full anchor setup coming in from the side of Myth Academy. We said this last time, but then we had 3 players not on the bomb site getting hunted by the attacking team. So I'm really hoping this time they actually just sit on the bomb site and play off of the utility of their operators. Like, these are operators that, generally speaking, don't do very well on the roam. I would probably say out of this lineup, Goyo's the only one you could probably lose on the roam because all of his utility is placed down already. The rest of these operators, the longer they stay alive, the more useful they become. So I'm really hoping that they just stick to that principle and just stay on site, because that's the operators that they've chosen.
This time, Aku Aku is pushing on Sava, maybe, with the composition. Just pushing, keeping the blue side, garage maybe, and all people's remaining on Sava. Yeah, is it? Blitzbash, it's opening, planting fast.
Yeah, I think we saw the Goyo was mid-floor to get in the hatches, but I think he's also returned back to site. So I think if Team Aku Aku can realize, I think Aku Aku might have realized, look, they're going to go for a bunker setup this time. They've lost an Echo drone already. That's a nice find, as normally you would put pressure onto server. They found the blue play already, as KZ was not aware that the Blitz was rushing him. Rooney's found a second on the Blitz too, through the smoke. Duskin's going to be mad about that, as he could see through the smoke too, as they're getting these walls up and getting ready for this execute. But I'm hoping that the rest of the team is also backing up the team here. Rudy finds a triple with the blitz. Think is going to get traded elsewhere, but hopefully now they just settle down and realize, look, we're in a 4v2, we've got a minute and a half on the clock, as they are going to give a cheap kill away as they find the thermite in server. They just need to settle down now. The last two players are going to be on site. Use the info from the blitz. Blitz is going to keep peeking with the shield down. Like, just feed the info to your two remaining players, get rid of the shield, force these players back, and then get the bomb down. There's no need to rush. You still have a nade left to clear their shield. There is nothing stopping you from clearing it. As Rudy's just going to keep peeking, trying to find this Goyo on the shield here. But they've got lots of time. They just need to settle.
Maybe I prefer switch push on the garage was better from Aquaku, but worked but on the server for sure. Maybe a blitz push soon.
Looks like they're going to go for the kill here on the smoke. They're not going to try and get the bomb down. The smoke has been pinned into gold. Smoke will find one, but the shield being too strong. And that's a really good round from Aquaku. I mean, this blitz, he found a triple kill on the round. Double kill on the round. To basically, I don't know how he found
the round.
4 kills total? Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know
really
how
crazy
he
for
found.
blitz.
I don't know how he found the warden through the smoke. Maybe it's just a lucky pre-fire. But this is also, I like the timeout coming from Myth Academy. This is their defense, and they're not giving rounds away, but being outplayed by Aquaku. It's supposed to be a defender-sided map, but so far their defenses are being cut through. They only found one defense so far on the top floor. On the kitchen side, sorry. They found the kitchen defense as well as the top floor defense and take us to 5-5. But I think Myth are going to be like, look, this is how they're playing. How can we counter it? Because you've got to remember, Aquaku already took the first map in the series. If Aquaku, they brought it back from a 4-2 deficit on their attack, no less, which is going to give them so much confidence for the last 2 rounds. So I think it's really good from Myth to take the tag time out and be like, look, we need to settle. We need to stop the bleeding and try and get up 6-5. Whoever can take match point here is going to have a huge advantage to who can take the map. Like, this is a really deciding round on which way the map's going to go, because we are going back to top floor. This worked out really, really well for Myth Academy last time they played it by using the Azami to hold on to stock. So I think they're going to be thinking, look, this is how we were attacked last time. It worked really, really well for us. And then we probably want to go back to kitchen if we do win this round to take the map. As well as Aquaku, they can have a look at, how can we improve our attacks? So this round is going to be crucial in this series.
For sure. Well, if Aquaku makes 2 attacks, the game is done. So Beats needs before this timeout needs to refocus mentality for sure, but maybe out for them, like you said, was 40 before the swaps. So I don't know. Really, I don't know. Really
If we
interesting
can,
attacks from Aquaku for sure.
I was going to say, if we can get an overview of where Aquaku is pushing, it'd be really useful. But it looks like we're gearing up for a lobby take this time. We've brought the ace to open the canter wall.
Yep.
And it looks like we've got Shuz on the lurk, who is going to try and backstab later on in the round. But I like this from Aquaku. It's a really good adaptation. They realize that the Azami is going to be a massive problem. So we're just going to ignore all of those issues. We're going to go completely the other side of the map. We're going to invest heavily. And this is where Zero is so strong. But they are going to find the ace. That's if people don't know, when you throw these ace canisters onto the counter wall, your head does stick out and it's a massive vulnerability. So it's really, really well played from the side of the castle to find that opening pick onto the ace. They are going to cover up all the holes on the counter wall. If you're not aware where the elevators are on the top floor, that wall is commonly known as Canto for a player that used to play there exclusively on these places. But this is not the end of the world. You've still got the blitz, you've still got the Doki. You can still put a lot of pressure onto this front office, which is basically your win condition of the round. It's can you clear this castle who's tucked into this corner by using some of your utility. Sophia's going to go deal with this, hopefully deal with these Azamis. She should have her impact, she does. And this is going to help pin the players into elevator and stop anybody swinging the hallway later on in the round. And as I say that, they find one of those players in the front office. Castle finds a trade back though. He's holding this position down in the front office to avenge his teammate. They find the 0 elsewhere, as this Echo is going to lose his life, but the trade's coming out from Myth, and that's a great defense from the side of Myth. It's a great adaptation to hold the crossfire on those front lobby stairs, and I think as they had to rotate the Zofia away from the lobby windows, they didn't have any pressure from the site windows onto that front office, letting those players swing. And now Aku Aku need to dig really deep here and see if they can replicate what they did last time they attacked this bomb site.
Yeah. Well, was I told from before the at the start of the game? For me, the best way is the main, but if you don't work before on stream, this attack is really hard for making it. So for me, the Aquacu repels isn't good to playing main. So yes, you need someone on the window, but you need 2 more players on rappels from the main to keep all catwalk, connector, and elevator. You need all information and lines on it. Aku having it, so one player dies on the main rappels, but only one players without revenge. So from Aquaco, it's too hard after that to revenge and finish their attack and win it.
100%. So yeah, we need to see if Aku Aku can take this round and take us to overtime. Myth Academy are hopefully not going to give away any cheap free kills, but it looks like for this basement site, no, they couldn't go basement. It looks like if we go for this open area site, we've got the same top floor extension, and this is where Aku Aku absolutely were so good at finding the entry kills onto the top floor. You saw Ram get one from this position. Rooney is 13-7 right now. He's had 2 really good maps so far. As Ram is going to try to put a lot of pressure on the site. He's being careful to make sure that the same angle he's not going to get fried through. But it looks like we're going to take top floor and work the top floor execute from the side of Aku Aku.
We have information of this castle and this floor. So maybe hard for Aku for now. Oh, Satsui is taking the first entry kill on desking. Maybe at the I don't know, on the roof.
I was going to say, we didn't see where that kill came in from, but nevertheless, it's an amazing entry. If you're Aku Aku and you need a round to get the first kill, is a great way to start. We spoke about this in previous streams. I think the percentage is something like 70% of the rounds you get the first kill, the round goes in your favor. As they find a second as well, as Rooney's going to join the fun and find the mute in the closet. That mute can be a really dangerous position to hold, as they force the close engagements, but Rooney being better to realize that and find the entry. Now they're in a 4v3. They still have the Abana available as well. This was the difference between this round and the last time they attacked this. If they can start getting that kitchen wall open, as well as working the vertical as you see now onto archives, then you can put so much pressure onto this site. He's just making sure there's no C4s, no pre-placed cameras that's going to bite them later. And Habana should be able to start getting these hatches open. Habana, as well as good as she is for the hatches, she's not amazing at opening the kitchen wall. You need a lot of pellets to create walkable lines of sight. So maybe the plan is that we just use the hatches to get the execute into the site. Valkyrie is stuck here. IQ is creeping up on this player, but hopefully they pinch this player together rather than taking 2 different 1v1s. IQ's going to go for it and get amazing timing. Shuz doubles up on the round. And then now we have all of this telescope control. It puts so much pressure. Azami's going to try and fight a way out. Does find the kill while flashed. Shuz is finally going to get the trade onto Floncy. And now the 2v1 with side control is looking really good for Aku Aku. But there's only 7 seconds on the clock. They have no diffuser either, but Shuz will find the remaining player to send us into overtime.
Really strong attack from Aku Aku. They are getting, like you said, the first and 3 kill, like unlocked the round. Before that, Rooney is taking the second. So no many players can stay as the second floor. So from Aku Aku, job's done from the second floor, but they need a bit more control and bit more information from losing normal people. They are losing 2-bit players because they don't have any information. With more information, just a bit, they maybe make a flawless run. Maybe 18% sure.
100%. And then
Just
remember,
for
this is Myth Academy's map pick, so they do get to choose the overtime side, and they have chosen to go on defense. It makes a lot of sense, and especially to go top floor first. The last 2 times Aku Aku have tried to attack this, it's gone wrong badly both times. The stock take didn't work out very well. The lobby take didn't really work out either. So we need to see if Aku Aku can find some kind of adaptation to be able to deal with this take. I like the use of the Kali. I think if they're going to go for a similar stock take, they can basically destroy all of the Azamis by just using Kali. There is nothing like any Jaegers or Wamais to stop these utility from being cleared. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of take we want to gear up for. It looks like a heavy lobby take. You've got the Dokkaebi going for that lurk again. I think they've identified there's nobody in the lobby itself. We are going to try and clear his castle barricades and all this utility using the Kali. Makes a lot of sense. We don't need to bring the Zofia. Kali can clear like a lot more things. She's also been buffed recently. For those who weren't aware, her sniper rifle shots make a lot less of a tracer, as well as not being nearly as loud. So a nice little buff coming in for her. But Doki is going to be trying to get the backstab later on the round as they work this execute. But as you mentioned, we need to have at least 2 people on these lobby repels to support the blitz as he's going to be pushing up into the site. It looks like they've identified that they are going to get this wall open as well. Last time Ace lost his life trying to open this wall up. Echo is deep in the elevator. But the only problem I see is they don't have a way of forcing the Echo out of this position. You can sometimes go below and open the hatch. You can bring a Capital as well to force the guy out. But Blitz is going to try and get cheeky and see if he can see the Echo from below. The Echo being on cams, I don't think he's going to have seen the Blitz going below. He will now as he shoots the Echo cam out. But what utility do we use to force the Echo out of this position? Shuz has got the flashbangs, but maybe we just run at this guy with the Blitz. If they've cleared the front office, Blitz should have free roam to basically just full send it at this Echo. Yeah, they have cleared the front office, so it's just the Echo on this side of the map. Kali's holding a huge cutoff here to prevent the one snuck into front office.
Blitz waiting, just Echo dropping at the hatch.
100%. But like Echo's not got any pressure on him to drop. There's a really good crossfire here as Casey's going to find Adam. The trade will come in. They found the Kali on the Canto repel, but a really good trade coming in from the side of Myth Academy. It's a little bit windy as they missed the kill onto this front office player. There's now nobody on those lobby repels, so there's not as much pressure on the site as there was before. As Blitz is going to find a nice little kill. Rooney on this Blitz has been cooking. They have a lot of site control now as they've cleared the majority of the bomb site. The question is, where do we get the bomb down? As all the kills are going Aku Aku's way, this Blitz has worked out so well for them. An amazing adaptation. Wooden will turn the goggles on. They should have info he's dropped, and now we just got to get the bomb down. That might be a kill coming in. It is. They found the Blitz, but you're in a 2v1. You know the guys below. Doki was holding the main stairs. They put a drone for it. They are going to get the bomb down, and this should be. Yeah, this is a huge mountain to climb for KZ, and that's a lovely headshot from the side of Tomaz.
Yeah.
What a round from Aku Aku. They finally figured out how to attack the top floor.
For sure. They just adapt their attacks and, well, just well played. Like I said, just 2 players on rappels, 2 helping the Blitz. Someone as flanking, like should, and that's the best way to win this attack, for sure. They made it, they win.
I was going to say, you have to give the advantage now to Aku Aku on their defense. And if you look at the lineup, I think they finally realized we can just anchor on the site. I'm really, really hoping that Aku Aku don't go for this extended roam. They've tried it like at least 2 times in this game and have been slammed by Myth Academy on all of their roams. This site, if you defend it well, if you're coordinated, you can take the gunfights on the bomb site. Like, as long as you keep garage control, once the hatches get opened, it's not the end of the world. You can sit deep in sight and just play off of the denial. One thing I'm a little bit hesitant about is there is not that much denial coming in from the side of Aku Aku. It is just the smoke. And they have got 2 C4s as well. But I think if they can just make sure, if they can force the clock down into those last 30 seconds, 45 seconds, that's where this lineup is going to be really, really strong. Like Rooney's 15-9, Satsui's 12-9 as well. These guys are both doing, amazing for their team, but I just need Aku Aku to stop throwing the bodies early. And by looking at the lineup, it looks like that's what they've realized themselves. And like, okay, we're just going to play the bomb site.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there is nobody roaming,
against-
which is good. Is there one guy top floor? There's one guy in stock. Hang on.
Yeah. Someone's on stock. Maybe it's Jäger with the dam.
He somehow got away. I'm really hoping he falls off all the way back to the... Like, Warden, come along. Yeah. Let's go back to the site. Let's stop hanging around. We don't want to give any early kills here. But Jäger being tagged to 1 HP, it could make all the difference later in the round.
But on this, mids lost sometimes because they need to make more information from this Jäger. They don't have. They need the information from the tools they use as roaming. They don't have to. So they are losing a bit time. But
yeah. Jaeger's done his job, right? He's made it known that they were roaming. Yeah. He said, hello, I'm roaming. You now need to come and clear me. So instead of being able to just clear mid-floor really, really quickly, Myth Academy are going to have to spend some more time to draw on the rest of the map and just make sure that mid-floor is clear. As we can see from our overview, we know that all the players are into the site. And from the looks of things, Myth Academy have also figured out that, yes, the bomb site, the second floor is clear, and now we can start to work our execute. The question will be is how solid can Aku Aku be in holding this bomb site? They need to start getting bodies down here to open up the default plant. There is a Valkyrie camera. They should know that the execute's coming in soon. But this is where it gets difficult. How do you find these 5 remaining players? Those 3 C4s the 2 C4s and the smoke are going to be crucial. Oh, a little bit of some of the pellets hitting into the closet there. Not getting hatched, but the blitz is still your win condition, right? Like you've got smokes, you've got flashes, plus the nades, plus the blitz, as they are going to find the Valkyrie on site. That's one of the C4s gone. And it looks like we're just going to try and smoke our way into this bomb site. We can flash and basically throw the kitchen sink at these remaining players to try and get the Habana to plant. Blitz is going to go in to cause a massive distraction, and then Habana is going to try and plant somewhere. As you can see, that hatch not being opened because Habana whiffed some of the pellets. She's also got no pellets left, so they can't actually get that hatch open. Buck has been downed in server. The smoke grenades start to come out. There's only 30 seconds left. We need to see some carnage come in here from the blitz to be able to cause the entry to work. Everything's going to get smoked out. The blitz has dropped into sight. They find the first one. They're going to find the smoke too. It doesn't find the smoke. It's now 1v3 for the smoke as the bomb is going down. That's a great round. What an execute. That went exactly as we told it, right? The blitz going in to cause some carnage through the little part, through the tiny little hole the Habana created earlier, getting the final kill. And now this is going all the way to round 15, as that was just, Myth Academy played it so well. They threw the utility where it needed to go. They used the blitz to create the space to get the bomb down. And now Aku Aku, they did really, really well to attack this top floor last time. It's been very interesting to see if they can convert this round to close out the series, or if Myth Academy can take us into a map 3.
Maybe. So maybe from the last attack from Aku Aku, I think Aku Aku can do it without maybe any problems. But we know mids can impress us. Sure. So from mids, no really adaptation from Aku Aku's attacks.
No, they have the Capital now.
Swappings.
I was going to say, so you know how last time they were trying to figure out how to get rid of the elevator player. They've now brought the Capital to do just that. So I think the idea is we're going to send the Blitz and Capital into lobby, and then the rest of the players can play the repels like they were before. So Kali on the main repel. Doki's probably going to lurk again the same way she's done every single round. But the idea is we can now flame I think it'll probably be Maestro on the Duskin playing inside the elevator. If there is someone playing elevator, we can now flame him out and force him to clear that position, which is, I think, what they were missing in the round before.
Yeah. And if the Capitao flaming it, if Maestro is on this cam and don't watching his life, maybe dead, just as a flame. I've saw that once. It's just insane.
Yeah, so it looks like an identical hold coming in from Myth Academy. The only change is they've swapped out the Echo for the Maestro. They basically have the same role. You do get 3 Maestro cams as well now, which is a huge change. But it looks like they have vacated the elevator. There is nobody in this elevator position at the moment. They have fully cleared it out. It looks like Echo is going to be playing inside of the front office behind the desk instead of this elevator position. They are going to clear this. They are going to flame out this position anyway. Just he was going to go and 6 it and flame it, but he missed it, which is very interesting.
No, if you make one shot
bullet hole
with the one bullet with the main weapon, you can put the flame in the bullet.
I got you.
Yeah.
But the lurk is coming. The lurk is coming huge. The Kali's found one of the windows, but the Legions found the blitz from below. So Capital is holding this guy below, but the hatch is open. The flames. This should get rid of the Legion. No.
No.
Okay. No? Oh, he's on top of the desk. The fire doesn't go on top of the desk. So Capital not being very successful here to clear the Legion. He's going to get the idea to wallbang him, and that's a great play from Satsui to get the kill onto Smarts. They have picked up the Warden, who's now 1 HP, but the amount of pressure they can now exert onto the bomb site should start causing some misplays from Myth Academy. This very much depends how disciplined can Myth be to play their positions and wait for Team Akko to actually enter the bomb site. This castle's in a great spot here, as they can't really clear him from anywhere unless the Kali finds an angle from the windows. They will find the Azami elsewhere. Thomas doubling up with shoes to find 2 entries, but Maestro's in a great position here. He's just missed the Doki as she snapped past him, but if Doki backs up, he's going to get a freebie. Yeah, KZ's got the info from Maestro to find 1. They've just jumped in the windows. He's not found the kill. Kali's now, they've got red pings on him. They should be able to find this kill onto the Kali. As both of these players dance back and forth, there's low time as well. Only 6 seconds left as they get this bomb down. They should have full info on where this is going down. Can Ace provide the cover? He can, as finds the first one. They haven't denied the plant, and now we're in a post plant as this a 1v1 using the Maestro cam. Duskin's on, he should have seen him. He didn't see him in the hallway. I think he's seen him now. And Ace just needs to play keep away, as they should have full info across the whole site due to these Maestro cams. It's come down to a 1v1 to see if we go to a map 3. And can Duskin find the remaining player to send his team? No, he cannot! And Aku is going to take this series 2-0. And that's really well played from the Ace. Like, what a round!
Really played.
What a round!
Very big one round.
A crazy series coming out there, as Aku will take it 2-0. But I thought those Maestro cams would give Duskin all the information he needed. But the Ace just, having the better gun skill and finding him in that round has caused us to take this series 2-0. We didn't get what we hoped for. We didn't get our map 3, I'm afraid. Aku winning the series at 2-0. They look really strong. We have to say GG's
really
to the side of... I've had a brain fart there. We have to say goodbye to Myth Academy, as they have been eliminated from this competition. And we will see Aku in the final.
Not eliminated. They are playing the loser grade final.
You are correct, yes. They'll be in our third match playoff, which is correct, yes. But they are not going to have a shot at that $400 prize pool, because it is winner takes all here in PBX. So Aku will be our first team competing for that €400 prize pool in the finals, which we'll have for you tomorrow. So thank you for joining us, guys, for this series. We were going to show you the bracket just before we head out, and our next game is scheduled to start at 21:30 CET today, which is in about 4 hours time, I want to say. No, 3 hours time. Sorry, I'm in the UK, so my clock is behind. So 3 hours time will be our next match. So hopefully we hope you will join us then. And as you can see, Aku have made it into the final. And then you will see Myth Academy in that third place final. That third place playoff. We're going to jump to a quick break as we get an interview ready for you. We will be joined by a member of Aku to get their feedback on how the series went. So don't go anywhere just yet. We will be back shortly with an interview for you with Aku. Hey, welcome back everybody. We are joined by Rooney, who was the Blitz Demon from the side of Aku Aku. They have closed it out in 2 maps to go to the final. So Rooney, what was it like taking the Blitz and just like running through the other team? You guys were hitting like Warden through smokes. You were getting the entry left, right, and center. What was it like getting all those entries with the Blitz?
I think it's a little bit different. It's a little bit funny because usually I'm playing like soft support, that sort of role, and when I'm on the shield, I'm playing more aggressive, playing like an entry, taking the space quite quickly. I don't know. I think a lot of the stuff they brought to counter the blitz, things like Echo, things like Legion, I think we sort of droned it out. We we like set up little mini games, and we overcame a lot of the obstacles. So I think a lot of our play style is kind of surrounding the shield, right? When one of the shields is open, we can kind of complement it with other operators, and that just helps us.
100%. So like in the map of Consulate as well, in the first map, I think both shields were banned.
Yeah.
But your guys' attack looked amazing. Like we were speaking about on stream, like how defender-sided Consulate's been in Pro League as well as in PBX. The basement attack was clean to send you guys to match point. But then when they were coming back, and I think it was 6-4, 6-5, and I think it was 6-4, and then you guys had to attack Piano. That attack looked like flawless almost. Like what was going through the team? What were some of the discussions you guys were having? Like when you saw it was like the tertiary site on Piano, and what sort of led you to have such a good attack in that to close the game out?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about how they kind of sit in like stationary positions. Once they or we get a pick, they start getting a bit aggressive. So we thought we'd play passive for the first like minute and a half, sort of understand their setup, work out how they're playing. We go for like one pick, and then they feel really closed in, and they start getting aggressive on like CO, or they try to go for flanks, things like that. So sort of just understanding their setup helped quite a lot, and then being able to like hold cutoffs and things like that, and decide on like individual places to peek and push. So
that
like
attack worked. Go for it. Sorry, finish
yes,
yourself off.
that attack is like a practice one. We've sort of talked about the positions before, and it's quite a good one. We've worked on it quite a bit, so everyone on our team kind of understands the position.
Nice one. That sounds really, really good. And then the last thing I would like to ask you is, obviously, you guys are now in the final. You are competing for 400 euros in that final. How are you guys feeling as a team about, being in that final? Are you feeling the pressure, or are you guys quite, you're sort of ready for that final match between whoever joins you in the final?
I think we're quite chill about it. I personally, on a different team about a year ago, have been in the same position, and we ended up losing to War Dogs, I think. So I'm not exactly scared, but it would be nice to win this time. I think everyone else on the team is quite chill, excited obviously, but we're just gonna take it one step at a time. We've already got here, so hopefully we can close it out.
100%. This is your comeback story. You'll make it back into the final with a different team. You can avenge yourself from that last result that you had. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us, Rudy. We wish you good luck in the final. We'll be casting you guys tomorrow, so I wish you good luck.
Okay.
So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So then, just for everybody in the stream, PBX will be returning at 9 o'clock CET time. That's when we will be back live, because we've got a little bit of a break. Sorry, correction. We're back at 9:30 CET or Europe time. We've got a little bit of a gap between the semi-final you've just watched and our next semi. So everybody go get some food, drink some water, have some dinner, and we'll see you back for the second semi-final and find out who joins Aku Aku in the final in a few hours time. So go get some food. We'll see you guys in a few hours. We hope you join us for the second semi-final of today. It's been a pleasure casting with you, so I'll see you as well in a few hours.
Yeah.